Hello Pisces and welcome to Deku Tarot. Happy 2019 guys, and this is your 2019 tarot reading for the full year. I'm going to do a little astrological and empathic overview for the year for you guys, and then I will pull 12 cards out, one for each month. It's going to be a little bit of just a quick general reading for each month, general energies, general things that will be coming up each month for you in 2019 for you guys, okay? And we will pull one oracle card at the end for some advice from Spirit. Alrighty, guys. Remember that this reading won't resonate with every single one of you. And make sure to check out all the 2019 readings for your sun, moon, and rising. It will give you a better idea, as well as your Venus, too. I like to always throw in Venus for love, because that will show you what's going to be happening within your love life and, you know, in that kind of aspect of yourself. So check out all your other 2019 readings. And again, if you guys want to book your own 2019 private reading, that is going to be a lot more tailored to you and what's going on in your life. It's not going to be general. I'm going to go very in depth, and it'll probably be over an hour long about all the things that will happen in 2019. So again, if you want to book a private reading about 2019 for yourself, or any other type of private reading, all that information is right below this video in the description box. Okay. All right, Pisces. So I'm going to start it off by talking a little bit about what this year has in store for you empathically and astrologically. So in 2019, it's going to be absolutely vital that you really keep yourself well and truly grounded during this year, okay, guys? There's going to be a lot of emotional wear and tear and push and pull on you guys, okay? So, during this year, when the sublimating powers, the idealistic Neptune in your sign are really intensified, but to enormous effect by grandiose Jupiter, it's going to make you kind of almost like a fire water type of energy. You're going to be very fiery, very like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and yet you're still going to be a Pisces. So it's going to be almost like you're taking on some aspects of a fire sign, or especially Aries type of energy. Getting out of it, is going to be a really a little bit too easy for you guys, so try not to just jump in and out of things a lot. This year it's going to be kind of tough in that kind of aspect, because we are going to have a lot of opportunities, a lot of just masses of opportunities that are going to be coming this way, that way, all different types of ways, and we're going to need to make some time to dream, to use our imagination, to really go with the flow, because the energy of the year is really going to have us acting a little bit more, or feeling a lot more unusually sensitive to the etheric realms in the energy of 2019. The power of belief can really carry us into dangerous waters, so we're going to really have to choose what dreams, what emotions, what type of beliefs that we carry with us, and what kind of waves we ride in that kind of aspect. We're going to really have to pick and choose and kind of go with our gut on what is going to be the best for us, so that we don't choose the wrong types of beliefs or emotions to kind of ride with. Be especially wary in January, June, and September, when we are going to be vulnerable to the enchantments of gurus and manipulative con men of all sorts who promise much but who are really just feeding on our adulation, okay? So don't let people kind of con you in, again, January, June, and September. If somebody doesn't feel right, or if what they're saying doesn't strike you as right, if you feel like they're trying to rip you off of money, off of, telling you, oh, if you can tell me about this, I won't tell anybody. Don't listen to people like that. Again, there could be people that are trying to just kind of get money out of you. It could even be a work situation, a friend, somebody that you thought you could trust, but you actually cannot. So be afraid, not be afraid, but be wary of that, keep your guard up during, again, January, July, and December, because those are going to have all the huge eclipses in it. So, again, the solar and lunar eclipses of January, July, and December all mark really significant endings and beginnings on all social connections for you guys. We're going to be able to terminate those with which we really have lost sympathy with, or people's whose relationships, if they're not being a good friend, they're not treating you right, they're not, treating you with respect, or, they're finding excuses for their bad behavior. It might be time to terminate those friendships, those relationships, because it turns out maybe some people are a lot more selfish this year than either showing, who they really are. They're showing their true sides, and we're going to be able to terminate a lot of friendships, a lot of relationships, a lot of, we really need to end things with people who we've lost sympathy with, and really move on to find the practice or cause that will really serve to channel the possible into the probable this year, okay? So again, your creative imagination is really going to be blossoming, really amazing this year. You're going to be really creative, especially if you work in a creative field, you know, draw, write, do whatever it is that you do a lot, okay, artistically speaking. You also could be, have a lot of spiritual enlightenment that may dawn on you this year, but also do not risk your security for speculative and easy gains in these realms, okay? Our inspirational enthusiasm is really needed to inform the structural changes that are taking place here on Earth. So we're going to need your dreaminess, we're going to need your inspirational enthusiasm here in a lot of aspects. Again, join up with a lot of forces and networks or groups that share your vision, as opposed to people who are going to be opposed to you, or who are always, you know, trying to find fault within you. Okay, we can really be part of the change by autumn, and we're going to be really, you guys should be really busily involved with a lot of other people, a lot of other groups that you're working with, and building what you've always dreamed of around the time of the fall. Okay. So anyway, let's pull one card for each month here. I almost said one card for the whole year, and that would be funny. All right, so January 2019 for my Pisces. January 2019. So that was kind of a little bit of a longer description for you guys, because you guys are always very much in the ethers, very more emotionally rocky than I feel like the other signs that I've read for so far for 2019. We have a lot of push and pull, a lot of which way do we choose type of energy here. Whereas most of the other signs I've been reading for have been quite straightforward. So it's going to be an interesting year for you guys. January 2019 for my Pisces. January 2019 for my Pisces. What will it bring for them? Is coming in January 2019 for my Pisces. January 2019 for my Pisces. We get, ooh, the Hermit. So January, we might see ourselves needing to step back and look within, see where we're going throughout the month. We could also have a Virgo on our minds here, or be dealing with a Virgo. However, I really feel that this is a spiritual, not a setback, but I need to sit back and grow spiritually at this time. I need to sit back and really enjoy nature. Also, you know, get out into nature. Get out into nature. I mean, one of the first things I did in 2019 was go into nature, go to a park, and really just like be out in nature and, you know, connect back with the earth. I like to do that by, you know, I love to start my year off by kind of going out into nature and really connecting, because it is very important to ground us for the coming year. So maybe in 2019 could see us really grounding ourselves spiritually, grounding ourselves emotionally, and spending a little bit more time, a little bit of me time, it feels like. All right, February 2019. February 2019 for my lovely Pisces. We see, ooh, the Ten of Swords. A lot of pain, a lot of heartbreak, sadness, frustration, feeling like we're at the end of a very difficult battle and we just want it to end. A lot of things have happened. We were feeling very betrayed, backstabbed. A lot of people have hurt us, maybe. All right, March 2019 for my Pisces. March 2019 for my Pisces. Ooh, we get the Ace of Coins, which is a total 180 here. Total 180, Ten of Swords, Ace of Coins. Ace of Coins is a lot of abundance coming in, gifts of abundance. All right, April 2019 for my Pisces. What is April 2019? See from what's coming in for my Pisces here, and we get the Seven of Wands. There's a defensiveness here. And also, I need to stand up for ourselves. So I don't feel like it's negative in that, like, you know, people are attacking us for, like we've done something wrong. It just feels like we need to stand up for ourselves at this time. We need to make sure that, you know, we don't let people step all over us. We don't let people tell us what's what here. You know, stand up for yourself, stand up for your own beliefs. Don't let people push you around. But anyways, let's start back at January, then we'll go through all of these here. January, we see, January 2019, we see the Hermit. And the Hermit is, you know, the sign of Virgo. It's all about, you know, going within, you know, thinking about all the little things, you know, where do we stand right now? What do we need to change? What do we need to fix at this time? There's, you know, there's a lot of energy of looking before we leap type of feeling here. We're not rushing into this, into 2019, making big decisions. We're looking inward. We're thinking about where we've been, where we're going. We might need to be alone at this time and withdraw from others and, you know, rely upon our own inner knowledge or grow our inner knowledge, you know. It says it's time to really step away from the rat race again and spend time on your own thinking about where we're going. and, you know, contact with our higher self here. So again, contact whatever deities, your angels, your higher self, whatever it is that you speak to and you gain knowledge and enlightenment from. It is time to contact that side of yourself, or again, those spirits or that type of energy here. I definitely suggest meditation. Again, this could be a process of healing that might be required here in order to move forward, that requires you to look inward, to contact your higher self and take a step out during January. So that's very important as we start the year, okay? Ten of Swords in February here. Ten of Swords is a very painful card. I will say it strikes me as a lot of pain, a lot of stress, anxiety, sadness, feeling like everything has just gone wrong. We don't know where to go now, you know. We've just watched so much carnage. It feels like, you know, we've watched a carnage on our life here. Somebody just gutted out our life and, you know, made us feel horrible. Somebody stabbed us in the back a bunch here, hurt us. You know, there is I need to also go along, though, with these major changes in our life at this point, because they've already happened. We try to change them into our, you know, turn this into your advantage. Whatever you have been through, learn from it. Whatever type of pain you've experienced, learn from it and move forward here. The impact of this card is really like a complete ending of a cycle here. So I would not be surprised if we see another 10 throughout these months here by the end of the year. Again, even though this is a yearly reading and it's very differently set up than my normal readings, it's always rare for me to find one 10 without another 10 here. I might need to pull the I might pull a clarifier here to see what brings you from Ten of Swords, Ten of Swords, Ten of Swords to Ace of Coins. I'm going to pull one clarifier for you guys. That's such a different 360 energy to me. Clarify what takes the Ten of Swords in February to the Ace of Coins in March here. What is the change? What is the shift here that shifts this energy so much? What is happening that is shifting this energy? And we get, ooh, the Ace of Wands, another ace. So we have a lot of passion, a lot of power. Again, we're taking this, whatever has gone here, whatever has hurt you in the past, whatever has happened here in the past, we're taking it and we're using it to push ourselves forward, using it to give ourselves more, you know, ideas, enthusiasm, creativity, excitement, energy moving forward, new ideas. There's a lot of newness here when you see two aces, Ace of Wands, Ace of Coins. We could again be starting on a new creative and money-making type of venture, a new business venture, new ideas here, new ideas that promise you know, stability, happiness, long-term growth here. We could have an idea between February into March that shows a lot of promise, so don't ignore that, Pisces, okay? If you have an idea that you're really passionate about, that you think is going to give you a lot of abundance, a lot of stability, and it just feels like, bam, like a gift from the universe here, go with it. Go with it. Find people to support you. Find a group. Find anyone that will support you in this, and believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. This is not just a daydream that is coming out between, I believe, February and March here. There's just something more than that that is very important to you, that shows a lot of promise, a lot of beginning energy here, that we can grow into something more. Again, aces are, you know, basically the 0, the 1 here. You know, it is the beginning of that energy, and it depends, you know, it's a lot of it. There's a huge force of it here, but it depends on what we do with it. If we're going to leave it in this energy and expect it to just happen, or are we going to work on it, build upon it, and not let anybody else take it down? And that's the type of energy I really see here. You know, whatever has happened in the past year, and by February, by the end of February, we're coming to an end of that energy. We're coming to an end of our misfortunes. We're coming to an end of, you know, whatever that pain is, whatever that difficult period has been, that Ten of Swords. And it feels like for a lot of you, it could have lasted years. But with the two aces here, it's like, we're done with this. We're so over this. We're done feeling sad about ourselves. We're leaving all of that behind. We're leaving all the pain behind. We're turning it into something more. Maybe we're finding a way to write about it, a way to communicate about it artistically, or in a different creative sense here, what we've been through, and we want to make something out of it here. And that's really, really amazing. I do think it shows promise. I think it shows a lot of amazing energy here. You know, there's, again, a new inspiration, originality, a sense of adventure. Act upon your new initiative here. This is all about acting upon this initiative. The universe is giving you this gift of abundance, a gift that is going to grow into money, a gift that's going to grow into absolute just abundance and growth and just happiness, fertility. There's new doorways that are opening for you professionally, so go with it. This is a yes card. These are two big yes cards. You know, your efforts are going to be rewarded with prosperity. So go on this new adventure. Go, you know, take this new adventure, this new idea, these new initiatives, and, you know, focus our knowledge and skills, and trust that the situation is going to bring tangible results, because it will. Okay, this is time to start afresh here, and it's really, really, it's like just screaming that at me for you guys. So go for it, really. We're not being limited by anything more from the past. When these cards here are all together, we are kicking out anything that limited us in the past, and we are really encompassing and really embracing this new energy, these new gifts, and running with it, okay? Run with it. Anyways, Seven of Wands in April here is a lot about, you know, a need to stand up for ourselves, and need to be defensive against any sort of opposition, not letting people push us around. We're not letting anybody mess with us at this time. We're just kind of like, hey, like, screw off. Like, if you're going to try to mess with me right now, like, I will literally fight you. Get away from me, you know? It shows a lot of courage and resoluteness in defending ourselves here and defending our borders against any sort of encroachments from others, okay? If somebody's trying to, you know, push your borders, push your boundaries here, you are not allowing them to at this time. We're cutting down our problems one by one, and we're not letting them build up and overwhelm us here, because we've started something. And in April, no matter if, you know, problems or issues or, you know, stresses start coming up, or people start trying to be like, oh, well, actually, Pisces, you should do this, or actually, you should do this. Cut them down one by one. Do not let this stuff build up. Defend yourself by being strong enough to resist these outside influences, okay? And that's going to be really important, and you're going to feel really empowered. Again, that fire energy here is coming into my Pisces, who are so watery here. You guys are really taking on this fiery energy this year, where it's almost like you guys almost have like an Aries feeling type of energy about you, and how you're coming across to others, and how you're like not just letting people, everybody walk all over you. Because I love you guys, but sometimes I feel often that Pisces you guys don't speak your truths all the time. You don't really speak how you feel, and when you do, it's a long ways down the line, and it's not as beneficial then. But this year you're like, no, I feel this way, and you're going to know about it, and I'm going to tell you about it. Okay, so let's check out what the summer months have in store for you guys. And I'm going to look at, I'm actually going to use what I want to use for you guys. What's screaming summer to me? I want to say that my clinch deck is really screaming the summer months for you. So we're going to do May, June, July, August for you guys. May, June, July, August. May 2019 for my Pisces. May 2019 for my Pisces. Is coming forward for May 2019 for my lovely Pisceans. And we get the Ten of Cups. Wow. Again, like I said, you're going to see another 10 at some point in the reading, and there it is. There's emotional fulfillment here. You know, we felt so hurt before, and it really feels like this is a total 180 here. This is another 180 in May. All right, June for my Pisces. What is coming in June 2019 that will be very important, very relevant for my Pisces. What is coming into their lives in June 2019. We get the Knight of Pentacles. All right, July 2019. What is coming forward for my Pisces? What will July 2019 bring for my Pisces? We get Queen of Wands. All right, August for my Pisces. August 2019 for my Pisces, what will it bring in? Will August 2019 bring my lovely, lovely Pisces? So August 2019 bring... August 2019 bring... Give me one card here, come on. Not half the deck. We get the Queen of Cups. We get two queens here towards the end of the summer. Very interesting, very interesting. Anyway, so let's start off with May here. May we get the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups is, again, that culmination, that absolute happiness, absolute emotional fulfillment and contentment, love at its finest, you know, love, happiness, just really knowing, you know, being just really close emotionally with somebody. It's just, it feels very, very beautiful. It's just like we're just content with all the people in our lives here. We're feeling very loved, very cared for. There's happiness, and again, if we're married, it's this marital harmony. This is also a lot of creativity and fantasy emotionally. So we could be focusing on some really big emotional fantasies and happiness. Like we could have started a relationship or started feeling some way about somebody, especially if this is romantically about somebody, and we're getting almost carried away with that type of energy. We're so excited about where it's going. We're just feeling all the love here. And the Knight of Pentacles in June here kind of talks about how we're taking, we're moving forward on some type of venture. If this is a career situation, it really feels like we're taking a long-term look at things. We're seeing how things are coming in. We're seeing how things are, you know, going here. We're thinking about the future. You know, what steps do we need to take proactively now and throughout the future? We're not like rushing into it, but we're making the plans. We're saying, this is where I want to be by the end of the year. This is where I want to be in a few years. This is where I want to see myself grow financially or grow in this type of business here. How can I do it? You're making plans here. He's not rushing into anything. It could also indicate that an earth sign is coming in with a message. If this is a love situation, again, this feels very May. June feels very... Summer months are always very lovey-dovey. I feel like a lot of love situations have been coming up, especially in the summer months for the 2019 readings. So again, there's a lot of emotional energy. Maybe we're embarking on a new relationship. We're seeing where something is going with somebody, or, you know, somebody might come in and show some interest in us here. Or again, we could be starting, doesn't have to be with an earth sign, but an earth sign might be coming in, or somebody that you might move forward slowly into a very serious relationship with might be coming in June. Again, it could also just be that we're moving forward on some financial ventures. It's going to be different for all of you guys. Don't complain. It is a general reading for the entire year, so it's very general. And again, if you want to book your own personalized and tailored to you type of private 2019 reading to see really what's coming in specifically for you, again, my 2019 readings are up, and you can book your own by using all the information right below this video. Okay, guys? Anyways, Queen of Wands in July here. The Queen of Wands is... She's a very fiery lady. She's often, you know, that Aries, Leo type energy there. Not a bad thing. Never a bad thing. Love her. But she's very talkative, very fiery, very creatively driven. This could also, again, indicate, you know, that we have the comfort of a friend or an intense relationship here. We could, again, be having a really intense relationship come to fruition, especially if we're interested in women. It doesn't have to be a female here just because these are two queens. This energy is still very intense, very close relationship energy, a lot of emotional fulfillment. And when I see the Queen of Cups here in August, I feel like we are going to feel really on top of ourselves, really emotionally stable, really vibrant. We could also be coming across very intuitively, very attractively at this time. Again, if this is not somebody or a close friend or some type of intense relationship that is coming into fruition here, some type of... often I see fire signs as somebody who introduces you to somebody else, a popular friend, a popular who is coming into your life in a very strong way. But again, I really feel that this could be an intense relationship, or possibly an Aries type energy, a Leo type energy, a Sagittarian type energy here coming into the mix here. But yeah, there's understanding. There's an understanding that you're coming to, I feel, in July here as well. There's understanding through communication, also understanding a passion, understanding a movement forward here. We're understanding how to move forward in something. We're understanding how to follow our passions without kind of sacrificing other aspects of our lives here, or to, you know, get rid of things that no longer work for us because we're following our passions here in July. And then again, in August, when I see the Queen of Cups, I just feel that we're really, you know, we're really able to feel like ourselves here. We're feeling very strong. We're feeling very, again, emotionally stable. We're feeling in our element here in August. We're feeling a lot more comfortable, a lot more open-hearted. Again, we could be healing relationships with friends or family, or again, our lover. Or again, we could be experiencing a lot of love at this time and have a very open and full heart, and which is leading us to, you know, come off as very emotionally vibrant, very, very Piscean vibrancy here. You have a lot of ability to listen at this time. People might be coming to you for guidance, to talk to you about things, to experience, you know, that loving, generous side of your heart where you guys just listen and you make other signs feel better. This is your type of energy here in August. I don't know, it's very nice. Especially getting two queens. Very interesting. All right, let's see what we get for the latter half of the year now. Let's see, I'm going to use my Aquarian Tarot here to check out what's coming in for you guys. And check out September 2019 for my Pisces. September 2019 for my Pisces. What does September 2019 bring in for my Pisces here? And we get the Emperor. There it is, that fiery Aries energy. A lot of you guys might be dealing with Aries throughout this year. Emperor is also taking some power here, feeling really powerful and taking that power, you know. October 2019 for my Aries, October 2019. What does October 2019 bring? Oh my god, I just said Aries for Pisces. For my Pisces. What is October 2019 bringing in for my Pisces? I'm looking at the Emperor card and I'm like, some of you guys is going to be a very significant Aries energy, especially with that. Maybe whoever was hanging around in July, this Aries energy is coming back around in September. October 2019 though. My Aries. We're getting the Four of Cups. November 2019 for my Pisces. Did I say Aries again? I hope I did not just say Aries. I'm thinking Pisces. I'm saying Aries. I stare at the Emperor card. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. For November 2019, Pisces. Four of Swords. We get 2 fours towards the end of the year here. And December 2019 is going to bring what in for my Pisces? What is December 2019 bringing in my lovely Pisces? And we get the King of Cups. Another very emotionally stabilizing energy. The king of your sign here. So again, we could be feeling very emotionally stable as we end the year. Or again, we could have a Scorpio or another water sign coming in here to, you know, show us emotion, tell us how they feel, bring forth some type of emotional stability or love within our lives here, communicate true love. Anyways, the Emperor here at the beginning in September, we're seeing a lot of very empowering energy. I'm standing here in my power type of energy, authoritative type of stuff going on. So again, we could be dealing with a boss or an authoritative figure, maybe even a father type figure here, or very somebody who is used to having a lot of power, somebody who's used to having a lot of pull come in. Again, it's that Aries card, so it could be an Aries. It just feels like this person is, we're having a lot of, if this is not a person, it's a lot of active intelligence coming into you, where we're able to realize, you know, the true power of our oh my god, of our ideas, and really we're standing in our power here, and we're feeling extremely empowered. If this is not somebody or an Emperor coming into your life, if this is not an outside influence of an Aries or somebody who feels very much empowered, very much like a go-getter, like they're the center of attention, they always have a lot of people around them and everybody's always turning to them like, oh, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to say about this? And again, if it could be a boss, it could be a boss situation where they're showing up very strongly, or, you know, we're getting a lot of power, a lot of authoritative power within the month of September. We again could be receiving a job that's putting us in a position of power, or again we're taking on some type of power that is being given to us here. The Four of Cups though, it's a lot about boredom, stagnation, not really knowing what it is that we want. Maybe we're testing out different things like, oh, it'd be great to do this, or oh, it'd be great to try that. But you know, it's just, we're thinking about it, we're thinking about it more than we're actually doing it here when the Four of Cups comes up. We could be thinking about what we need to do in order to make our lives more exciting, to change things. We could be in the need of adventure, a new, something new here. There's a sense of newness that that we're desiring here. We can't have. There's a sense of boredom and dissatisfaction with our environment and possibly within ourselves here. You know, there's a real longing for change. We need to take some action yet, but we're not doing so, it feels like, in October, November, because the Four of Swords here is often about resting as well. When we hit October, you know, the Four of Swords is all about retreat and recuperation. We're taking some time out here because we don't really know what it is that we want. It feels like in, you know, October, November, we're going through some sort of crisis here. We're like, I don't know which way to go. I don't know what I'm bored with. I don't know what I need here, but I need to move forward. And to figure that out, I'm going to have to take some time alone again. I'm going to just take some time to rest. We could be feeling very tired, you know, within those months, especially in November, where we just need to rest. We need to sit back, meditate, relax. We need to go into some exile here, honestly, to figure out whatever it is that we need. We need to take a rest here, take some time out, because it is required for us to, you know, get to this King of Cups energy by the end of the year. And the King of Cups energy is great, especially for you guys being a Pisces. You know, we're representing ourselves really well in business and within our emotional kind of standing here. This is a very emotionally mature person. Doesn't have to be a man, but, you know, we could have an emotionally mature man come into our lives then. Or somebody who is very emotionally stabilizing within our life could show back up. However, I feel like for a lot of you, this is us standing in our own power. We're realizing that we have become emotionally more stable throughout this year. We have, you know, really... We're really not afraid to stand strong in our emotions. We're really not afraid to, you know, tell people how we feel at this point. We've been through a lot. We know we know where we stand now. We know that we have grown. It really feels that we have grown a lot. We have matured. There's a sense of maturing here when I see the King of Cups. There's a lot of maturity. You're very responsible, very generous, and very considerate of others at this time of the year. And again, we could be meeting somebody who encompasses those abilities as well, especially in a love relationship. That could be... what's coming up here. Again, we could find that we are ready, if we've been single for a long time, by the end of this year, to experience true love, to tell people how we feel, because we are, you know, again, a lot more mature, a lot more stable, really, again, responsible and considerate. We're feeling really emotionally matured by the end of 2019, honestly. All right, so let's see what we get now for a Stacey DeMarco Oracle card for you guys. For the whole year. Let's see what Spirit has to say for you guys for the year of 2019. Advice for my Pisces for the year of 2019. What will help them in 2019, Spirit? What will help my Pisces in 2019? What do they need to know? What do they need to know that will help them in 2019 here? What are we getting here? For what will help my Pisces 2019. And we get midnight. Wow, the most magical hour of all. Ooh, so we're going to go through a lot of tests and tribulations here, because it also talks about, you know, it being the darkest before the dawn. We're going to be tested a lot this year. We're going to have our faith tested. How much do we really believe in ourselves and others here is really what we're going to go through. The most magical hour of all. The dark it envelopes me, the witching hour awaits. True magic and enchantment and spells that change fate. Allow yourself to relax into the benevolent darkness of midnight. You may feel this is your darkest hour, but know that the light will return again. The dawn always follows the darkest night. Know too that it is important to recognize that we all have darkness within us, just as we have light, and this is not something to hide from, okay? Do not hide from the darkness this year. Encompass it, embrace it, really experience it, because it is taking us to the light, okay? We're going to experience a lot of moments where we might want to give up this year. We're going to experience a lot of really testing, trial type situations, but that are going to lead us to our most beautiful morning, our most beautiful dawn here. We're going to have the light come in, and we're going to have things work out, but we're going to have to go through some really dark moments and really encompass and experience that feeling of sadness, that feeling of loss, that feeling of betrayal, that feeling of hurt, and know that, you know, the universe is testing us for some reason, that, you know, this is the darkest moment, but it is about to be the dawn, okay? We're going to go through a lot of ups and downs, I feel, this year, Pisces, so good luck, and I hope this was helpful to you guys. Check out your readings for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus as well for 2019. They will give you a much better idea of what this year might have in store for you in all types of aspects. And again, if you want to book your own personal 2019 reading to see what's in store for specifically you, and what, you know, how to best, and what to do in this year, what to do to make the absolute best of it and put yourself on your best path forward, then definitely book a private reading. All the information is right below this video in the description box, so again, check that out. Please subscribe and share, guys. It helps the channel, and when I get to 10,000 subscribers, we're going to do a huge giveaway, so okay, thank you guys so much, and I guess have a wonderful 2019. Check out your weeklies and monthlies throughout the year, and thank you guys so much for all your support. Have a wonderful year, Pisces.